works. Okay, welcome everyone. I think we still even have a few people here, despite the fact that we have one. So that Robal Yax,
Okay.
welcome. Thank you so much for being here, even if you're lurking. It's definitely adds to the
Right.
the fun
Everybody's
here,
up
so
and
to speak.
running. All right, there we go. We're
Yeah.
dual streaming. That's why I'm going. Everybody's running and doing this,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
yeah.
It's good. And I'm going to put you on top for the first bit at least, because I need some set up some templates and sorting out files and stuff because I have my I'm making sure that my setup is up and running so I can make some more examples for GaryCon. So, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to do like I always have done before. I just come up with stuff temporarily, whatever. Because no, I want to do it right, and that means that I need to set it up properly. So, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to set up the have two versions of something here. So I'm going to open here and I'm going to use the Delard an export area as a test here. So
And I'm working in Blender tonight because Unreal Engine is still being a poop.
okay, you haven't
I
sorted out
figured
the issues yet
I figured
since.
out one problem. Now there's a bunch more.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I don't know if I'm gonna have to start over on there or not. It's just a pain in the
yeah.
tuchus. So Hamlet might be on hold until I figure out what to do with it. So let's see. This is the doors. Okay, got the door windows in. Those are good. Now I need to make doors. And they were just plain old doors. They weren't
Yeah.
anything fancy.
I think this was the right one that I had all the stuff in here.
Okay. And alright, so I'm gonna keep this image back here.
This is the most fun part. This is the part with the part with the forests and civilization and no. First is the texturing part, and then it's the I'm going to set up the template for civilization and forest and stuff.
Let's see.
So I'm going to take this one here and
look at this file.
I'm going to save that under a new file name here.
Details. Okay, I need to find a door. I think it's just a standard door though, because we didn't have fancy doors in our. Most of them were like single panel, or maybe they're double panel, but that was all.
Yeah.
Wasn't anything fancy. I don't have that many doors. So I think I'll just rough it and make one of my own. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Cancel. No, I don't want to duplicate you. Delete. All right, make you not selectable. Photo? What is that? Where do I have reference photos? Oh, that's this one. My reference photo for scale.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I need to make sure.
Forgot I had that in there.
Oops.
And we're just gonna hide those. Where's that? Whoa. Oh, it's this one. Okay. So hide that. And we'll leave that. We're gonna leave those where those are. Reference lines original. That's those. We're gonna hide those.
So now I realize I need to close this and fix the. I need to fix all the folders first.
Orthographic, will you stay where
I'm
I
going
want
to
you to focus
start
here.
with this one and sort out the folder structure.
A mesh. We're gonna do a cube. Cube can do that.
So, and to explain a little bit what I'm doing, I'm going to take the to show.
That's about the right. A little too thick yet.
Here, so I've labeled each 64K area has a bunch of tiles, and so I have 64 small 8K tiles, and then I merge them into 16 16K tiles, and then I label them A to P, and then these are the file name, like the X and Y file names that need to be added, so I can tile them together in World Machine or Gaia if need be later. So then I will make, because I will have multiple files for each A, B, C, D. And just to remember a little bit, I also give them a name afterwards on some areas, just to make it easier to know where things are. So I have the there we go.
That's roughly the right
So
size.
now I just folder A sensed in, and then B
Let's
Ringwind.
do. Okay, first of all, I'm going to, because I need to do some shaping to this real quick here.
Yeah.
I need to do 2 of those, roughly. I need to see straight on. Both of you need to go down just a little bit.
So it looks like I'm going to go to Gamehole Con 2 this year.
Holy cow. I'm actually thinking I should go to Gamehole Con instead of Gary Con.
Okay. Yeah.
It's going to give me more time to get more money saved up.
Yeah.
Because $600 for a hotel is freaking ridiculous for 4 days.
It's tough. Yeah.
And with my rent increasing and everything else this month, I just don't know if I can do it.
And
just
now
to be
you're
honest
having
with
a
you.
lot of gigs working, so that's good. That means you might get more money later in the year. So I hope I will have money. So, but
I do want to connect with everybody, but I just, and
It's
Fantasy
tough.
Grounds is giving me a lot of issues right now, so I don't know if I'm going to have the extra paycheck that I was thinking about having to spend at Gary Con. And Fantasy Grounds is updating shit, and it's, sorry for language, guys, but I'm really frustrated with them right now.
Yeah.
They're updating things and they're messing things up, and I'm trying to update old stuff, and the way they're doing their updates is making a mess of it, and I'm not a happy camper right now, if you can't tell.
Oh, that's no fun.
So, no.
Oh.
And for me, there's quite a chunk of money on the line if they don't decide to do the update that they were planning. So if Kobold says, forget it, we're not going to do that one update, then it's pretty good paycheck on the line for me.
Yep.
So, not exactly happy camper.
Hopefully it will solve itself so we can.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, you just got to deal with it if it doesn't. But Fantasy Grounds is getting ready to do its update of 4.0, which is their
that
new,
sounds like a major update.
It is. It's their new what do you call it? 2D plus.
Yeah, the
2.5D
or whatever, that kind of, that cool new concept they're doing that actually looks really cool.
Yep, and Torlock, that is my main income. Yes, I'm a freelancer for Kobold Press and Legendary and Frog God.
Yeah, welcome Torlock.
Not so much Frog God. Not so much going on since right before Christmas, so I'm just kind of letting him have some time and not bugging him with stuff.
Yep.
So,
but it's good that you have many to rely on, so to speak. It's not only one.
That's one plus. I have several. And I do have other projects for Kobold, but it's just annoying that Fantasy Grounds is not working well with me. I have not talked to them in email or anything to make sure if it's something they can fix or help me fix, but it's just, one of those things.
Yep.
So.
Or inside of map making, when you have to set up your folder structure and file names and stuff.
And like I said, I would love to go to Gary Con, but I just don't think it's going to be in the cards financially right now. So.
Yeah, but for me, it's only thanks to friends. Otherwise, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't be able to.
And for you, it's even more ridiculously expensive.
Yep. Car rental, hotel, and all that will be $2,000 plus badge and all that. If I had to pay for all of it myself, that would have been crazy much.
Yeah.
Now I have people picking up airport and stuff like that, so that makes it
makes it a big difference.
Yep.
But the weather's been holding for me. That's not an issue, but it's just the fact that there is the money factor, and then
Oh
things
yeah.
aren't working as
Mm-hmm.
well as I want it to right now
Yeah.
for um just got
Mm-hmm.
to be careful so I don't overextend myself when I can't afford to.
Yep.
So, not that I don't want to do stuff, but and if Troy's in here somewhere, if he's lurking,
He might come on. Yep.
I
Mm-hmm.
do appreciate you getting me the tickets for GaryCon, but I just don't think it's in the cards financially. So, um, just got to do what I got to do.
Yep.
What am I doing here?
So
That
now
looks
I
like
got all this
way
stuff.
too
Now I'm going
big.
to take this one and I'm going to move it into that one.
Like that. We didn't have anything fancy. And if anybody's wondering what I'm modeling, it's my house from when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Eventually, I'm hoping to take it into Farming Simulator and make it a active asset that people can use in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that,
Um,
Torlock, that you had to back out. It's I think it's going to, yeah, but it's not that the con is expensive. It's just that if you come from some other part of the country, if you it's not near, it's not close enough to the international airport that you, or big airport that you can fly into. So you have to fly to
mhm,
Chicago, Milwaukee, and then get yourself to Lake Geneva and stuff, and
exactly.
so that makes it more expensive.
And for me, it's an 8 hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
so much the drive that bothers me. It's
Yeah.
just you know,
Mm-hmm.
the, um, the cost is like, oof.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay, now I need to figure out. I need to
skill,
do the.
season,
I need to set up. Now I need the. There we go. Now I need the numbers here. So I'm going to create.
Wait a minute, what am I doing? Those have to be openable doors. Grr. Get your poop in a group, Nikara.
Yeah. Text export.
And if you don't make it a certain way, Giants edit or Giants will not approve it to go in their mod hub, and I gotta make sure I do it right. Um,
So okay. So now I need to put together the elevation file, the height map for it.
yep. Ooh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. It everything has just gotten so crazy expensive this last year or so. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
ugh.
But similarly, the inflation is starting to, it's not as bad as it went up really. Now it's more stabilizing at a high level, so to speak. It doesn't go down. So,
Well, I hope it settles down because
hmm,
people like me that like live on
yeah,
freelance income,
yeah,
you can't pay a lot of stuff anymore. It's
yeah.
like,
But
wow,
it has stabilized. A lot of things have stabilized much more. But
that's
that
good.
doesn't mean that it gets cheaper. It just means that it gets it doesn't get expensive as fast.
Right, right. Not as expensive as fast.
Yep.
Yep. And like I said, I'm going through a rent increase again, third time in the third year.
Oh oh.
Not really happy with the company,
Yeah.
but what do you do? Gotta have a place to live, so.
Yep. There we go. Okay. Now I need to look at this thing here, and I need to find. I'm going to do the M area here, so I need to find the area here
Get off of there. Center.
from the from the VM render Shieldlands 2 stage 2 fix, and then I need to go in here. So yeah.
You're so technical with your terms. Stage 2 fix.
Oh yeah,
Stage
but
2.
otherwise I can't sort it out.
I know.
I need to set it up because there's so many high. If I don't have a consistent file naming, I will be screwed.
Anna, any good books on heraldry that I should read?
I haven't found any. I've read back in the day heraldry, but not read. To be honest, I rely on I googled terms and stuff, and there's blog posts and wiki articles and stuff. That's what I relied on more than books these
That
days.
and was it Brian? Not Brian. The guy that does heraldry for a
Brian
living. Blomquist.
no,
Blomquist.
no, he doesn't do it for a living, but he did
Or
a lot of it. Yeah. Mhm.
he's really good at it.
Oh yeah, he's been doing it
Is
for
his name
years. Yep.
Blomquist?
Blumklotz.
Blumklatz. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't remember what his name was. I met him at Gary.
Let's see. So I need shield and fix x0, y0. And this is the height map I corrected in the previous
Seriously,
setting. So
can
this
I
one
see
should
my view
be
that I want?
corrected and function, so to
Get
speak.
over
So
here.
there we have that one. And then I need x, so now it's bingo time again here. So I need x0, y1. x0, y1. Yep.
Bingo!
Yep.
Sorry, I can't resist.
It's a staple here. It's fun. Oh, I love it. Yep.
Bingo! There we go. And this
And
one
we
needs to be
need
adjusted.
x1, y1.
Just want it inset just a little bit.
y1. There we go.
Okay, so basic door. I need to move these in a little.
Yeah.
Nope. Wrong thing. I want these little guys.
y0.
X. Oh, I have doubles here somewhere.
Yeah. And it's always good when I see the height map that they actually match, so they kind of they work together properly. So
yeah, with Unreal being unstable, I don't dare to do anything with your stuff right now.
yeah,
I gotta figure out what's going on with my copy of Unreal, because something is not working right.
Yep. And now I'm saving this as a 32-bit EXR file in Photoshop, so I can keep the highest quality possible. No, a lot of times later I will only need 16 or maybe even 8-bit, but I'm always saving them at the highest resolution and the highest bit rate, because that way I have the maximum data. Otherwise I will have rendered it for nothing, so to speak. And it's always good to have, just in case you want to do something detailed or you want to try and squeeze out all the make sure you have the best data possible. And the difference is that if you look at a height map, and an 8-map height map looks a bit like Minecraft. It's kind of a jaggy terrain. It's like 8-bit graphics from the 80s. And 16-bit looks good. 32-bit's gorgeous because you get really smooth and there's no jaggies even if you look close. So it's a lot better. So, and we have text, and I go in here. First I need to name it properly, so I'm going
Sure, I don't have any duplicates there hiding in somewhere
EXR.
here, which I do right there.
Oh, I need to do renders here. Let's do.
Okay, I think I'm good. And get rid of X-ray. Now I will do this. No, not that way. This way.
So, and I need to name it M.
Okay, and bring that over there.
I'm going to.
Let go.
I need to call it fixed because this is the fixed data. So then I'll save it under. So no compression. Now I can import this into World Machine and use it as the base for the exercise here. Let's see here.
Yeah, I just finished like 10 minutes before or 30 minutes before you pinged me. I had finished a gaming stream, 3 hours of 7 Days to Die. And I was having fun. I died once, well, but I still had fun. Where's the center? So I've been a busy camper.
Yeah.
Trying to get Fantasy Grounds to behave itself was a task and a half. Still never managed that. I have emailed to Smiteworks now trying to figure out what's going on with my program. Why it's doing what it's doing. Hopefully they can give me an answer.
Yeah.
Because I've spent a lot of time on this module and I do not want to have to start from scratch.
it's really tricky when you start getting a lot of error messages. I've been there. It's
Well, Kobold wants me to update it to Unity, which is the latest version of the program, and now that they're coming out with a new one, there's changes that are being made again to the program that are actually really dynamic, and they're really going to be good. But
yeah,
it's making my life as a content creator a pain in the neck. So, um,
yeah,
um, okay, I got that. Whoops, zoom back out a little bit. And I want to merge these at center.
yep. We got the elevation is in here. That's good. Now I can start.
Takes care of that. That's as simple as I can make that.
Now we need to do the same thing with.
Save.
Should not need this. I should first. I should generate the texture first. Just a quick and dirty texture. So let me do that first.
Oh, I'm looking at the backside. No wonder I can't see it. View over here, and oh, that was dumb. Did it wrong.
Yeah. So I'm going to open the old file here and create some textures.
We want to. Where is my window?
I should go and open so I can see what you're working on here.
Save screenshot. Yeah, I'm just trying to reduce the faces, and my little menu's not coming up. Blender, what are you doing?
Is that the same as you had last?
Yes.
Same issue with the menu thingy?
Well, one of them was missing, and it was just one of those things I had to turn on or turn off, and it was Start Blender. But this one is just one that normally comes up when you bring in meshes. It gives you the option to change how many sides it has. Aha, there you are.
Yep.
I had to be in the right view. That was my fault. Let's see, this is going to be a doorknob, so I can go itty bitty. We'll go down to 6.
I need to,
because it's going to be so small, people aren't going to be able to see it.
One.
Anyway.
First I'm going to...
And you can get off my screen now. And I know I could find doors with doorknobs and stuff already done on here, and windows that are already done, because there's Arca Mesh Pack and all those, but I like the rote of trying to do some of the stuff myself and keep myself in the habit of doing.
That's when you
modeling.
learn. If you at least the beginning, you have to get set it up and do it. That's why I don't want to someone else, like pay someone else to do it. First I need to figure out so I know how to do it. Then I can maybe look into getting someone else to, because I can't hire someone to do something I don't understand when it comes to this. That to me is kind of a no-no.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain actually, because if you don't get yourself in the habit of doing it, you're going to lose the ability to do it.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be a struggle to come back from it.
We'll see, but it's like I don't remember phone numbers anymore, for instance.
No, yeah. I have no idea what people's phone numbers are anymore.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when AI takes over. There will more and more of this stuff. But on the other hand, we will be better at something else, hopefully. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath for a lot of it, but whatever. If it does, it does.
Yeah. And hang on a second. Now I need to do. See, I have more.
I am going to increase this.
More.
Simply for the fact.
I have more of the.
So I have a round surface to work from.
Yeah.
Doing my doorknob.
I need to do the. There we go. I need to set up the folders in my render too, because I don't put all my render results in Dropbox. They will clog it up completely. So I have a special drive for that, a utility drive that is like a 20 terabyte hard drive that I basically just use for store things, the render results and stuff. Okay, so now I need to have.
Nope.
There we go. So I need to set up the same set of folders. And I'm in the right, not being in land, but ring land. There we go. Need to move my chair up properly. Yep. If I sit and lean forward, my back goes terrible quickly. So
yeah, mine does too. I have to be careful not to sit certain ways.
yeah,
Which I am right now. I'm sitting almost so my back is not where it's supposed to be.
And I can say I'm soon done with the second render of. I've rendered first more on the other computer. So tomorrow morning I will have rendered all the stuff that I worked on yesterday.
Let's see, face.
So that computer has been chugging along at that since yesterday night, last night. So I've been doing for.
We want to do a.
Since 24 hours. Yeah. But it's very stable. I'm so happy with the upgrade on it. It's reasonable at it. It's working really well, and it's chugged through things properly. So I'm very happy camper.
Oh, we got a doorknob. Yeah, that looks like a doorknob to me.
Yeah.
Okay. And that and oop. I want this ring of stuff. Come on, be nice to me, Blender.
Uh-oh, that was the wrong one, wrong name.
And we're gonna not select all of these because that's gonna mess up my doorknob.
I got a new mouse though again. I'm really happy with it.
Oh,
I
cool.
bought a cheaper Logitech, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. So yep. Let's see. This
much better.
This is kind of a show how boring this job can be. You have to set up all this stuff in order to to get
big,
it.
But at least I've got the shape
to work properly.
Scale.
And I want to have the results to show for at GaryCon, so I need to do it now because time is running out here. So. And I also want to show a little bit how it's done too, and that means that I want to have screenshots, and I can't say it's done this way if I haven't done it, so that's the thing. Then there we go.
Oh no, turn it off, go that way, go Madcap. That way shows my shading better.
Yeah, but I've done some cool heraldry. I've done some really good heraldry too. That I will show off to my patrons in a couple of days. I have a few more to do.
So now, Shift D, Y. Take Z 180.
Hang on a second. I don't have to sit and do this manually. I can just copy over. I'll do that in the future. Empty. If the folder is empty, I can just copy over the same stupid me.
Okay, there we go. Do that.
Oh, thank you, Chaos. Welcome.
Hello, Chaos.
Awesome. I'm doing the really boring stuff today. I'm creating folders, folder structure, so I can render out the stuff that it needed. But there will be, in 20 minutes or so, there will be some more, a little bit more pretty pictures to look at. So, yeah.
Chaos, it's always good when you pop in and just say hi. You don't have to stay.
No, that's awesome.
It's always one of those things when you're sick. You don't get much choice. Let's see. I need to make door frames. Yep, time zone thing too. Yep, because we're way earlier than we used to be.
Oh yeah, in a different day and stuff. We cover for Jay Lord Gosumba. He's away on business with his job this week, so in Vegas. Yep.
Yeah. I would have streamed with you last night, but I had to run out to my mom's and take care of a couple things for her. So.
Yep. But it was an okay anyway, so to speak. It was,
Good.
yeah. I'm starting to get a little bit, but I had good. Oh wow, yeah, you're in the UK. Yep. Yeah, it was. I'm starting to get, and I had good company in chat. That was the key. That
Yeah,
made it
Chaos,
good.
you're like holy cow time over there.
Hmm.
What are you doing up at midnight?
Well, should you say you're up working hard at midnight or playing
Well,
and
I'm,
doing
I'm up
stuff?
until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning
There
most
you
nights,
see.
so,
Yeah. Hmm.
but most people in the UK should be sleeping by now.
Yeah, they should. Yeah. But I'm
Um,
so glad that chaos that you were in. Yeah. Hmm.
I'm normally a night owl. Me too.
Yeah.
I'm up till 3, 4 o'clock every morning. Never fails.
I'm not. I'm more of a early bird than a night owl.
I should be, but I'm not. I never have been a real early bird. Let's see,
The good thing
extrude
is that when I
Y.
go to conventions, I go east now, so that means that I can be up 3 hours later, and so I become more of a night bird automatically, so to speak. So
Yeah,
that's the
I'm
good thing.
just a little disappointed that I can't afford to go, but
Yeah.
whatever.
If I go to Hawaii Con, I will be in trouble because that will be
Hawaii
early.
con?
That will
Oh,
be earlier. That will be a couple hours earlier than here. So yeah.
Hawaii con. That'd be a hell of a trip.
They have an Hawaii Con. I think it's every year. I've seen ads and stuff for Hawaii Con, and I've heard people have been to Hawaii Con, but I've been to Hawaii, but never to Hawaii Con. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah, wonderful places to go to.
Yep. I think my area is pretty damn good
Yeah,
myself.
especially
So,
in the summer, I think. Yeah,
yeah,
but it
summer's
was
beautiful
nice in
here.
this. Yeah, it was nice in the winter too. But
You
yeah,
were like, God, it's cold out here.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It reminded me
yep.
of old. So I'm oversensitive to cold. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
that means that now I can set these stuff here. So I can
All right,
shield lens
and
2
extrude Y.
text
Okay. Double
export.
frame.
There we go.
Okay, now this one has to be a screen door in this door. Okay.
Export.
All right.
And
So
this will
that's
not
there.
take too long to render, I think, because this is
It's there. Did I get the right ones? Yes, I did. No, I can't do that. Let's see. I'm going to move these two especially back to there. No, I don't. Actually, no. Think about this the right way. Come on, get your poop in a group, like you keep telling yourself. You're not doing that right. How about this? Let's do. If I do that, that's going to pull my inners out. So let's go extrude Y and close that off. That's what I wanted to do. And extrude Y, close that off. Okay, and then I'm going to just cheat and copy.
Windows that caused problems last time.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, good.
And good night, Chaos. Have a good night.
Yeah, good night.
Yeah, I just had to redo them because that's why I don't do instancing usually, because instances can cause all kinds of issues when you start playing with them.
The good thing is that if you want to have a lot of things that you want to be able to change on mass, so to speak, then I guess it's good. But
yeah,
a lot of times
it is.
it's not good. Yeah.
But unfortunately, the way I'm doing this, it's not good to do en masse changes.
Yeah.
So.
Will it have any implications? Will it save resources if you have instances? Meaning you only need to load the whatever textures and the vertices and stuff once? And
It
then
does.
Okay.
It does. I might change it in a little bit in the future when I'm doing this, but
yeah.
For right now, I had to do it a different way.
Oh yeah, then
each window is going to be a different instance.
Which is probably good because once you start looking at it close up, you want it not to be. If you start seeing repetitive patterns that look identical, that's doesn't cut it. So
right.
That's why I don't like a lot of these pixel soup textures and stuff, because they're just one little file that is smeared all over the place over and over and over again.
Right, right, exactly.
That's
So,
why I don't do for my maps. I don't do that. I have one big that is rendered with different colors and stuff everywhere, so they become more like similarities, but it's not it's not the identical stuff stamped all over the place over and over and over again.
right. And that's a big problem that a lot of people have doing 3D is that they
Yeah,
don't realize that it's repetitive,
yeah,
especially newbie and new people to
mm-hmm.
the thing. Then they're like, oh,
Yeah,
well, that works.
yeah.
No, it doesn't.
It's really hard.
Um,
There are ways you can mitigate some of it, but it's still
mhm.
then that's when you end up with the pixel soup. When you
Yep.
start blur it, blend it, and the pixel soup.
And that's probably the biggest thing I see in like playing games and stuff is people who are new to the game design
Yeah.
and asset design don't
Mm-hmm.
know the proper way to do some of this stuff.
Yep.
You get the big triple X or triple A, I'm sorry, triple A studios
Mm-hmm.
that just can murder the whole thing. Just
Mm-hmm.
boom, boom, boom. It's perfect. And
Mm-hmm.
then you get the ones that are new people learning and you
Yeah.
can see, I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's not,
But
but
we'll see if it's possible for me to get my textures and stuff in properly, or we have to redo them in Unreal in the future. That will
mhm.
be a kind of an interesting take and see.
I'm probably going to end up having to redo them just
Yeah.
because I can paint the
Mm-hmm.
textures.
Yeah. So we'll
But I'm going
see.
to try and match what you have as close as possible when
Yeah,
I get to
so
that point.
we'll see. But the thing is that the texture will be a version without the tree colors on it, so that way
Hmm.
you can put trees on it. So I will have different versions
Yep.
for that purpose only. So that's why I made sure that the trees are. I can have a version with tree colors on it and a version without tree colors.
Hmm.
So that
Yep.
way we can. So I try to keep as many options as open as possible, so we can have things to tweak.
Hmm. Yep.
Uh,
And it's all just part of getting
yeah,
it all set up and figuring it all out.
yeah.
So
So now we have 16K. So now I'm going to export the terrain
there. Okay.
and
So
export all, and here we go.
this
It's 16K. So this will be a test to see how fast it will go. Might take 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes maybe.
this one can go up.
If this seems to take forever, I'm going to
Yeah.
fire up Photoshop and stuff, because I have Photoshop in the background here. So I can, in the meantime, I can take a look at this, and
Center.
yeah, it has
Okay. And I'm
almost,
just trying to make the cleanest mesh I can
yeah.
to make sure things don't
Hmm.
look ugly and don't, you know,
Yeah.
create weird shadows.
And the weird thing with this is that it says it only done 40%, but the actual render is only 50%. The other 50% is blending and exporting, and that's usually way faster than the first bit. So 90% of the time takes to go to 50%, and then it's 10% at the end.
Hmm.
Yep. So this the purlins and stuff shouldn't take long. There is one, I have a shadow map generator here. That one is will be the big time sink. The other ones here take 10, 15, 20 seconds or so to do. So there is no big, because there is only one erosion in here, and erosion is the one that can take time otherwise, but
Hmm.
there's only one erosion in here, and so we have one erosion that might take a few minutes, and then we have the lighting, and that might take 10 15 10 minutes
Hmm.
or something. So those are the only two that are really, the other ones goes, like you see in the list, they go in less than 20 seconds, all of them each.
Hmm. Yeah. It's, like you say, it's all just working on getting it laid out and
Hmm.
doing the right basis first
Yeah.
and then figuring it out from
Yeah, and I
there.
want to have these files set up so I can then go to the next area and don't have to reinvent the wheel. I can just take this file, feed the right data in. 90% of the work is already done, so to speak.
Hmm.
So that
Yep.
way I can start producing more mass, because otherwise, up until now, I've been working, everything has been like a prototype, and that takes forever. It's like
Hmm.
if instead of using Word, you have to invent a word processor and write the code every time you're going to write a document. That doesn't cut it. So I want to have the thing set up so I can just feed the right data in, tweak the colors or whatever it needs to be, or the where I want mountains and stuff, and then render it out to the right spot. And
Yep.
that's the thing. So that way I've cut the actual time it takes to do this in less than half. or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I've cut away 90% of the work. I'm going to now that I have the working files, I'm going to go through them one more and clean up, because there's like, here is a dead end device first that leads nowhere. So I'm going to clean it up and take away all the devices that aren't needed, and make sure everything is labeled properly. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn these groups into macros, because then I can
Mm-hmm.
just take the macro from an earlier file and plug it and plant it in a new file. And like a certain terrain type, I'm
Oh,
just going to
here.
create that terrain type, the whole formula for doing it. I'm going to create a macro of it. That way I can just plug in whatever terrain types I want, and I don't need to change anything. I can just plug it in, and good to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the important thing when you're working
Mm-hmm.
with stuff is to
Yeah,
get yourself a pattern and just keep
exactly.
working with it
Standardize it and make sure.
over and over again.
Oh yeah,
It's
because I want all the different areas of the world that I'm doing to be compatible with each other. So that means that I have to have the same. The height maps need to be based on the same elevations, meaning that a certain grayness needs to mean the same height in every height map
mm-hmm.
in that file, in that world, so to speak, because otherwise they're not compatible. So there's a lot of standards like that, and so all the resolutions, the color depths, and all that stuff need to be done using the same standard.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm actually rendering on two machines at the same time here. So I'm so happy to have my secondary machine chugging away. So it's done 82% of. So these are the last four tiles it's working on, and it's 82.1% on that one, 52.3, 52.2, and then it has that one, because I set it to work on three tiles at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
because this is a 12 core machine
Wait a second,
that
that's
is
the
working on
outside.
it here. So yeah, and it runs 22 out of the 24. Usually leaves one or two threads for other stuff in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I think I've set it that way, because if you run all the threads, the whole computer tends to just jam up, because Windows always want to do other stuff in the background. So I left like one CPU that can work on some of that stuff in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And with this machine here, that's a 32 core CPU. So that means that this one I've set, I think, four CPUs on the side to that World Machine can't use. That means that I always have four cores that I can run other stuff with, and that is really helpful, because that means that just those four cores are actually more powerful than my old machine, than this old machine were before I upgraded it. So it's
Nice.
kind of cool. They are more powerful. Yeah.
Nice.
Hello, Jay. It's awesome. You can watch us on the plane. That's fantastic. I hope you have a good flight, not too bumpy or anything like that. So yeah, that's cool. Yep. I hope you had a good convention in Vegas, and hopefully you meet some awesome RPG folks on the plane back too. That was, yeah, a bowl of
Okay.
nuts here. So I just have to.
I do this and this.
Okay, do you think you get the house set up properly?
I'm working on it. I'm trying to make the doors as
Mm-hmm.
repeatable as I can, like patterns. So I can just take this whole door frame and
Mm-hmm.
then replace it into the next
But
spot.
doors are usually standardized, so at least
They
most
are, yep,
doors in a house. Yeah.
yep. So that's what I'm working on now is just
Mm-hmm.
trying to get it all standardized and straightened out. What did I do on
Oh,
the
you
other
have
side?
many laying down, falling over.
Yep, he was measuring the length for
Ah.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Manny he laid down over there.
Yep.
I don't know I don't remember what I was doing with him, but I laid him down for
Mm-hmm.
something.
Yep.
Actually, that's Quinn, but that's
Oh,
okay
okay.
because she's a female.
Ah, yeah. So it's.
So it's Manny for the male and Quinn for the female.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing? I don't have a clue what I'm doing, but I will figure it out. All right, do that and
Oh,
fix that
I'm worried here.
later.
Let's see. It's taken 8 minutes, but we'll see what this says. The good thing is now, since I'm doing 16
There.
small, this 64-bit area, I've actually divide it down to 16K areas, and that means that I don't have to tile render anymore. It's only the base elevation render and the fix that I'm doing tiled. Oh, no, there was some erosion in there, I think. Yeah, now we're getting to the shadow map very soon, so yeah.
There. Okay, so
The good thing is that it can do other stuff in the background, so
this one needs to go up a little bit.
we'll see.
This one needs to go up.
I should have probably rendered this using World Machine 4. We'll see. I'll do a test. Hang on a second. I can cancel this because it's the wrong. I have the wrong. Stupid me. I have the wrong extent. Yeah.
Stuff happens.
Yep. Stuff happens. So okay. So there we go.
And pull you in to cover that just a little bit.
That was probably why the
There we go.
there we go. That looks much better. Yeah. Now I'm going to save it. That might be the thing, because now it was trying to render the textures and stuff at half a meter, so like 1 foot or 2 feet, and World Machine doesn't really like when you get that close. So now I'm going to do this, and now I'm going to export it. And
this one, delete faces.
Okay, here we go. Should actually go faster than the other ones, because it's when you get down into the super gritty, it actually goes. Yeah, it seems like it. The purlins, they are now done in about the same. Yep.
Nice.
So I wasted 10 minutes. This is not good. Yeah.
It's not really a waste, though. You're figuring out a theory.
That's true.
So.
Yep.
Like me, I feel like I'm reinventing door frames, but for me, I wanted exactly how most people would do it.
Yeah. And the first time I'm doing a render, I usually follow the list down here, because then I can see if there is any ones that, because you get the build time for each of the devices, and then sometimes you can get one device that takes forever to build, and then you can see if you can somehow tweak the settings or get rid of it, or do it in a separate process or something in order to get rid of it, so to speak. So that saved me a lot of time. So if something goes more than 10-15 minutes on one device, you can kind of, that's not good. So these are good because they're all below 20 seconds, so then it's no problem. Then they go quick. And you also have to be a little bit wary about preparation time, because some of these they prepare because they load external data in, and if you have like a huge tile with 32-bit elevation, for instance, that can take 10 minutes, and that on a SSD, a PCIe SSD that is PCIe 5 SSD even. So I have a 4 terabyte SSD scratch drive just for this. So that way I can feed the data, and I use the same drive for if the files are too big, so I need to page the data. That way that can run like 100 gigabyte a second or something, so it can load enormous amount of data back and forth. And that's really important, because when you run out of RAM, you don't want to rely on a hard drive, because then it takes hours. It takes hours and hours and hours to just load 200-300 gigabytes of data back and forth between the stuff. So now it starts paging here. And normally that's when things slow to a grinding halt, but this computer is so fast that storage is so fast, and that's why it cost $6,000. Almost half of the cost was to get the storage so fast. And that was the bit here. So
okay, now
but that it's look time delays.
Yes, I want to delete that one. I'm gonna delete that one too.
And here comes the erosion down here, so that will be interesting to see.
Then I'm going to grab this set right here and
We have the stuff afterwards that it's
there.
It's building that in the meantime, so
do that there. This is all the stuff I'm doing now is in preparation for joining these walls to the outside pieces.
Oh, okay. So. Yep.
A lot of people do it in multiple, chunks and pieces and places, and I'm trying to avoid doing a lot of that just for keeping things nice and neat.
Yeah. Now it's preparing the erosion. That's taken 47 seconds. It probably takes a minute or two. But then sometimes the preparation can be the big. Now it's building it, and what I think it's doing is that it's trying to store away the other stuff because erosion is very multi-threading friendly, so you can actually use all the cores to it, so to speak. So that then it can work in chunks. So it did 25%. Now it needs to page a little bit with the data again, and here takes the next one. So it takes it takes most of the stuff here. So bad. That's good. That used to take 45 minutes to an hour with my old computer in a 16K area. And
there already.
now we have the
why is that there? There's
flow. We don't have there comes the shadow map down here, but now it should go fairly smooth here, I think. 15 seconds.
straight down.
So less than 20 seconds on all of them. So yeah. I'm more worried about the shadow map, so we'll see.
Mesh, clean up, merge by distance.
And that's the other good thing. If you set up these templates, then things like the lighting settings and stuff like that is built in, so you don't have to touch it. You can just pipe in the data and render. Here, what I'm doing here is tons of erosion and stuff built in. So each of these tiles are 1 hour and 11 minutes, 124, etc. And some of them are really low. They're much faster. Depends on how much water complicated stuff it is. If there's no water involved, it usually goes fast. But as soon as you have lakes and rivers and stuff, then it becomes more tricky. It takes longer time. So.
Okay, there's that. Okay, so back to what I was working on. Get that figured out.
Let's see, now we have a lot of those wares. That's
that there. Okay, so I'm real close to what I want here.
and soon we're down at the NEM. Gone 7 minutes, so it's only when I'm doing a stream I feel like everything should be done in seconds because it's so boring to look at. So, but that's the.
I've seen people sit there and wait 20 minutes while they're doing stuff, waiting for their computers to catch up to them or whatever.
Yeah.
Hell, I do it all the time when I'm doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a powerhouse computer. I have a good computer. It's just not a powerhouse.
Yep. And now we got to the shadow map, and you can see when it starts building 0.2, 0.3%, but we'll see. It might spurt up a little bit down the road. The bad thing is that shadow map for some reason is not very multi-threading friendly like erosion is. So that means that you basically get one core working on it. So that means that the faster you got it. But this is an Intel, so it has good single core performance too. So this is basically up to the hertz, and it's a 6 gigahertz CPU. So it should be. It take a while. So that's what I'm worried about. 2% in 1 minute. That's not good. That means that I should do something else in the meantime.
Just let it cook.
Yeah, we'll see. I can sit here for another hour and we've gotten 30%.
No, give it like 10 minutes or 5 minutes and see how it does. It might be just ramping up.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's slow in the beginning and then it builds up faster. So we'll see. Yeah.
Got to give it a second to cook.
Yeah, but it's 28 threads. Yeah. So I have 28 CPUs active out of 32. So yeah.
Well, if your computer is taking that stuff,
lighting, it creates a grayscale lighting image that you put on top in order to do shading, and that is a lot of that's like baking the light into a PNG file, so to speak, that you put on top, and that is very computationally intense because I put in really high lighting quality because I wanted my terrain to really pop and look awesome in Photoshop when I put it together. So, but it's perking up a little bit. I've done 4.5% in 2 minutes here. So yeah.
That's 10 times what my computer could do.
Yeah.
So
Well, sometimes I am, but when it comes to this,
sometimes,
I'm not.
yes,
When it comes
sometimes.
to me happy clicking, you've seen me, then I'm not patient.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
You're nowhere
I'm
near
I'm
patient then.
crashing stuff. But I have a new mouse, and now I'm very happy with it. So
Which one
it's
did you get?
I get a Logitech G402. So
G402.
it's a
Okay.
simple gaming mouse that is wired. I don't want a wireless one because then the batteries just run us out when I need it the most and stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
got the good old wired one. It was $30, and
Mm-hmm.
it's ones tend to wear out after 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
so
have, I have a Red Dragon that I'm using. So,
yeah. So that means that I'm instead of buying the most expensive wireless ones that I used to,
uh-huh.
I buy the cheaper ones in the gaming
Yep.
series. But it's
The
good.
gaming
So.
ones have so many programmable buttons too that makes life
Hmm.
easy.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to program that one in Blender, the keypad 0 something. I'm going to map that to my mouse,
Yep.
so that way
Oh
I can put
boy.
some Blender commands in
Mm-hmm.
shortcuts. I'm going to map them onto my mouse. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. You got to do that.
Hmm. Yep.
Okay. So
But I'm also thinking about
I
getting
got
a
a bunch of stuff to flip
95%
over.
keyboard, one of these compact ones with a numpad and I'm going to I'm thinking, but I want to go to Micro Center where they
Mm-hmm.
have all the keyboards from online, and I want to get a look for the feel and what they look like. So now I'm doing
Online, you
some.
very rarely get something that you want.
Yeah. So therefore I'm making some unpaid, and I'm not paid by Micro Center to say that they are a good stores. So but I
They
like
are.
them.
It just
Yeah.
hands
Hmm.
down, they're 10 times better than what I have around here, which is
Yep.
Best Buy.
Yep. So
Best
yeah,
Buy
I
either
like them.
doesn't have it or it's 3 times more
Well,
expensive than
they
some of these
Best Buy
places.
have good deals, but that's the only thing they have.
Mm-hmm.
That they If you want to go there and say, oh, we have this is a good deal, and it's like, yeah, but I want a particular item, whatever the price is, then
Mm-hmm.
Best Buy is not the store for me. But if I want a good deal around the corner, then, or a decent one, then yeah, I think Best Buy is good. But
Mm-hmm.
but the thing with Micro Center is they have the nerdy stuff that I need, so to speak.
For the everyday consumer, it works well.
Yeah. Yeah, Best Buy
People that
works better, but for if you're a super nerd that wants to have a certain item, and I want this CPU, I want that whatever, then Micro Center is
hmm
my store. So yeah.
that's the way it was with me too. I was
Mhm.
like, I needed it. I
Yep.
needed specific things that I wanted for my computer, and I went
Yep.
to Amazon for mine
Yep. Mhm.
because I knew exactly what I wanted. And
Yep.
then when I got it, it
Mhm.
was, you
Yep.
know,
Yep.
all taken care of, and
Mhm.
they had it in stock, so I got it within
Yep.
2 days. And
Mhm. And but the good thing is that we have a Micro Center across the hills here, so down in Norris County, so it's like half an hour away if the traffic is good.
hmm
For me, so it's good. Okay, 12% in 5 minutes. Yep, this
okay,
is
so
not looking good. Okay, so what can I do in the meantime here? Do, do,
chill.
do. Yeah, but I should see if I can do something fun here.
Sorry,
So,
I'm being a poop.
oh yeah, but that's good. That's good. Okay, hang on a second. I need to open my notes here and see. Okay, okay. I should work on heraldry, the Thelari Knights. Yes, I think that could be cool. So I'm going to put this one down here on the other screen. Open. Now you
Can't
get a little sneak peek here. So I'm going to
do that.
open heraldry.
And I do not need that wall inside there. I do not need that. Delete faces. Restructuring all my
Hang on a second. I'm
walls.
not sure. Is that something I should? Which one should I do? Yeah.
And then, okay, so these 4 need to be flipped. All of these guys do. So my
Let's do
textures lay
some
correctly.
online research while I'm doing this. Might be
Delete
risky
you.
to do online, so to speak. But I'm going to try and do a heraldry for Kaz, the whatever the
Minotaur?
yeah no the betrayer, the Vecna's lieutenant.
Oh, I was thinking Forgotten Realms, sorry. Because there's a Kaz the Minotaur in Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. Cas, it's spelled with the S, not a Z. Yeah. So here we go. So now I'll see if I can find a symbol here somewhere. So I'm going to the Great Library of Greyhawk, and let's see. They used to have some. There might be some pictures here and stuff. So is that Vecna that peeks in front here? But I don't see any symbols there.
Okay, so those are all turned the right direction. Now I need to get these. My orientation of my faces. The blue means the texture is going to be on the right side of the wall, and the red is the back side of the wall.
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah,
I'm just trying to clean everything up and get it the way I want it for when I get to the point of doing the texturing. I don't have to worry about my textures going bad. Don't need either, so like is this what's going on here? This one is something funky. What is going on here? Do I have an internal? I do. Delete face.
Let's see here if I can find. I'm reading the text here to try and find any hint at a symbol or something. What the but his main thing is the sword of Kas. So I think a sword of some sort should probably a black sword on something. So might be the thing. Yeah.
Oh, come on. You just deleted something I don't want you to delete. Why did you do that? And who is beeping me? Okay. Sorry, it was my landlord. I told him I need a couple things fixed, and he's finally going to get to it.
Okay. Yeah. Have you get any progress on your internet connection? Because it seems like it worked so far today.
I had them come out and just momentary lapses.
Yeah.
And they sent a tech out and upgraded the connections inside the apartment building. So hopefully that'll take care of the issues.
Oh yeah, because so far you haven't had any issues now in over an hour or so. Yeah.
Yeah, I was having a lot of issues last night gaming, but that could be because I was gaming.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, gaming, but so yeah, but so far I'm holding my thumbs here, so far so good. Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping it stays that way.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, that's a separate item, and that's gone. Okay. Now.
Okay. Let's see what we got here in the gallery section. Chaos the Terrible. These pictures aren't that good, but we have a wavy sword there. That's interesting. And he holds up a straight sword there. I'm going to use that sword as a symbol, I think.
What kind of sword does he have? There. I can't see it on your screen.
Yeah, it's kind of small. I'm going to it's a small little thing there. So I'm going to copy that image and I'm going to use that as the.
My thing is that actually Greyhawk? Is that like true from a thing, or is it just something that somebody said, "Oh, this looks cool"?
I think that is from that. Yeah, it's from the comic book. That was a comic book about Vecna. So I'm going to use this and I'm going to stylize it heavily here. So first I'm going to.
Okay, that's there.
It's small, so I'm going to increase the size.
I'm finally happy with it.
To 300%. We can probably make 400%, so bigger here.
Going to do this.
There we go. And now I'm going to see what we. First, I'm going to remove. We have a fading bit in the background here, so I'm going to actually.
Okay, I've got that.
I'm going to take it from there.
Duplicate it and move it on the y-axis. So I have a master.
And I'm going to duplicate the
And
layer,
out of here.
and then I'm
And
going to
going to
cut that
duplicate
bit
that.
out, and I'm going to
Save
remove that
master.
layer. And now I'm going to reselect, and then I'm going to and just generate, and we'll see what we got here.
Okay, and then this can move over here.
We'll see
This
what happens here.
merge.
Oh, damn! I forgot. I didn't even think that was that was Thursday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mike.
Oops.
Yep, that's oops. Yeah, we were supposed to have a game on, and I didn't even realize it was Thursday. I just, yeah. I'm doing renders and stuff in the background here, trying to.
You're fired.
Yep, I'm fired. Yep. Oh, good. Yep. Thank you. Yep.
Do your best to keep you alive.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I might just let you die.
Yep. They do a better job keeping my character alive than I do. Yep. Thank you.
Nice. Let's see. Now that I have my door, is this an outside wall? It is. Okay, so I gotta do these. These.
That didn't do it.
Those. All selected. E. Alt and flip. Okay, there we go. I got that kind of figured out. Room by room, I'm gonna get this. File, save.
I want to see if it
Okay.
kind of, if Photoshop can fix that or not.
Now, let's see. This is all the same.
Hello, little Mike.
Hello, little milk. I should quit calling you that before it becomes a habit.
Yeah. Oh.
Nah.
Perfect.
Why would I do that?
It actually worked, and now I've rendered 38%.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I will quit calling you that, Mike, though, because I know that's Freaky's nickname for you. So I'll be nice. These out.
And merge it down. There we go.
Save and Shift D X. Bring it in on Y. Rotate Z 90. Did that get shifted in size? No, it didn't. My door frame is just a little too narrow.
Yeah.
Actually, is that about the right size? Come here. Come here, Quinn. I need to see if you're about the right size for you to go through.
I'm deleting the old layers, but I'm keeping the templates around here so I can.
Okay, so delete you because you're an extra face that I don't need.
Oh, that was the wrong part.
I'm gonna grab all of this and pull it back to there. And
now I'm not sure if I want to vectorize it or not, but maybe I shouldn't. Let's see here. Yep.
Well, it's a good thing you don't care, Mike, because it slips out. Okay, back to solid mode so I can see what I'm doing. And then pull. And what have I got here? I've got an edge, I think. A straight edge in there. There we go. And move you guys back in.
I'm not going to use the sword. I'm going to use that to scare enemies with. So, oops.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Let's see. Time to merge everything, I believe. Control J. At least the door frames and stuff is all merged into one.
So I'm going to...
Well, they were. Come on. Oh, it helps if I hit the right keys. There we go. This first floor. Walls. Whoops. Walls.
So
okay,
now
so
I'm going to do this and
this is
do that part.
master.
And apply it. Now it's time to mask it off properly. Now it's done almost 50%. That's good. And it's taken 20 minutes, so it's another 20 minutes. And
C underscore master panel.
I need to remove this.
Save. Okay. First floor roof, first floor walls. Those are those. First floor outside walls. Okay, this is Drew frame. I can't spell. So that's part of there. Temporarily, that's going to be independent from everything else. Till I get the mesh for this part straightened out. Because I have extra divisions and stuff that I don't need at the moment. So I need to get all my stuff organized here.
Gotcha, that's the background there. So it was from the overlay blend mode with the background shield, so I'm just gonna
snag those.
Put that in here.
Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna leave it right. No, back up. There you go. I'm actually gonna leave those because I'm gonna need extra geometry in here anyway. Okay, so I got that. Can go up.
I'm doing a rough mask first, and then I go in and
straight.
Make it a fine mask around the face. Once I'm done with this, now I can go in here and do. And this needs to be tweaked quite a bit here. What?
To there. There. And sorry, I'm whispering to myself, guys, but I talk to myself all the time.
I do that too when I do stuff, and especially when I'm streaming, because I feel like I should say something a lot of times. So yeah.
I just talk to myself even when I'm working by myself.
This, and then I should apply this, and then I should make it inverse.
My bottom is getting sore from sitting.
There we go. And then we should make this one its overlay too.
Okay. I don't need these in here. You can go clear the hell over there. For now, anyway. I'll probably put you back in sometime, but right now you're going to be simplifying the mesh. Because these were all flat colored walls anyway. They weren't, you know, fancy textures or anything.
Yeah.
All our walls were painted in the house, so I don't have, you know, like brick. It'll work much better.
There, I think we got it roughly right.
Okay.
So now I'm going to take all this. First I'm going to save so we don't screw up what I'm doing here.
Okay, that side's clear. Now this
Copy
side.
merged, and I go to the top, paste in place.
This one need to go up. Actually, they can probably
in, and now it's time to do some Photoshop stuff with this. because I need to have different versions, so I need to do a style transfer here and just see. That might work.
Yep, I don't want that.
So I'm going to do a new layer on top of that.
Oops. Let go of that one. That one.
So now I'm just going to tweak the blend modes here until I get something that this could be a lot of fun and frustrating at times. That one looks what I was after.
Seems like all of our hobbies tend to be fun but frustrating.
Yeah, we probably have a disposition for stuff like that.
I like frustrating things. Not really.
Apparently,
but...
I do. So, yep.
Oh.
Okay, so here we go. Now I can take this one and do
that one. Skill X0. There we go. And you.
That looks where I want it to be.
Why are you even there?
So now I'm going to take that one again, copy merged, and paste in place. And now I'm going to bring up shield again.
Back to solid. And I need to put my
That's the one. So I'm going to take that one and put that one overlay. There we go. There I have the save. So I'm going to take that one and save a copy, and
let's do this straight across. And then this.
There we go.
Dissolve edge. Oh, we're just going to delete that edge because I'll make that with my wall. This one will be dissolve. Nope, dissolve edge. That's not what I want to do.
Yep. Now it's time again to take the copy merged, then paste it in place.
Fix it
then I'm using the neural filters again.
Delete face.
And I'm just gonna go and use my trusted old, this is perfect for, and then new layer, like it's worn and it's been around for 500 years or something. So
okay, now grab here.
There we go.
And that should be.
Yep. So then I'm going to take that one again. Copy merged. I'm going to bring up the original, and then I'm just gonna dial down until I get the. Oh, that was the wrong one. This one. I'm just gonna dial down until I get enough of the original shield shining through. There.
Okay.
And again, I'm going to do the copy merged, and you know the routine, paste in place. And now I'm going to take I have one of these shields, so I'm going to drag that one up there. And this, oh, that was the wrong one. I think is it that one? That's the one. So I'm going to drag that one down and drag this one up. Turn it on, and then I'm going to mask off the edges of that one. And then I'm going to change that to overlay, and here we have now the old shield, but there is one other issue here, I think. Hang on a second here. We got I'm going to do a manual little cleanup. Good to have you here again. I'm working on heraldry and rendering on both my machines in the background. And the shadow map is done. It took 28 minutes 53 seconds. So now,
See, you worked on something else and then it worked very well for you.
yeah, exactly. Then it just happened in the meantime. So now it will probably go quickly here. So I will just save this here. And now go back to here. And the good thing, I have put aside some cores so I can actually work on stuff in the background here too.
Yeah, can't see.
So I can render and work a little bit. So, and then I have my other machine here, and that one is almost done. Now it hasn't done much, 42%, so it's gone 9 hours. So that one will go some more hours, I think. But it's chugging along, so yeah. And now we'll see here. It is
delete face.
100% on that one. Probably something up in that. No.
There and
okay. There we go. Now it's starting over with
there.
Stuff.
And kick it over.
How long have we done? 134. So yeah.
Nice.
How is it going for you?
It's going. Just fitting the second doorway. And I'm making them a part of the main building because I want to do one map for the whole inside of it, so to speak.
Okay. Yeah.
Wrong thing.
I have to show that to your mother and stuffs.
Yeah, I did at when I went to their place for our Christmas dinner. I said, you know, I showed them and they're like, "Oh, well, that doesn't look like our house." I said, "Give me time. It's not done yet."
Yeah, they expected something that looked photoreal from the building or something. So
yeah, it was just like, you know, and then they got started talking about, "Oh, that wasn't that way, and that
yeah,
wasn't that way."
yeah.
I said,
So
"Okay,
that,
perfect, perfect. Tell me what I missed, you know, so I can refine it."
Yep. That's the thing. If you show them, first they have no clue what they want, and then you show them, and then they tell you everything that's wrong with it. That's how it works. Yeah.
And they were nice about it. They didn't get, you know, grumbly about it or anything, but it was one or two pictures of the house and that's it. The rest is all done from memory, the insides and everything. You know, or close-up views of people or something. Let's see, I terminated that there. So I'm going to do the same on this side. Terminate those before I cause myself issues.
I want it because I want this done here so I can get to the next step here. Because that means that I can do some really cool stuff with this before Gary Con. And I also wanted the heraldry done too, more heraldry done.
This one I'm going to go this way with. And X-ray mode.
So while I'll put that one down there, and I'll let it run, and then I go in here and I can work on the I can mask off an area here, so I can.
Oh. I need to do it this way, and then get these at the same time. And
okay. Now
so I can terminate that angle. That will work. And this one needs to go this way.
There we go. I need to mask
Can I just dissolve
that one and then.
And dissolve. Save. Okay, that this one needs to go up to the edge of the window. Okay.
I can.
Okay, that works. Now I need to do the same over here. Move this back.
I'm going to go in here and use a bigger brush and do this bit here. the bigger bit.
I have an internal wall here I don't need. And probably more than that, but I'll deal with this one first.
So now we can do a smaller brush here and just
this one. There we go.
so, and now I can do okay. I need to remove some of the
that'll work
bits
for now.
there.
I'll fix it later.
There we go. Now I can remove
This
the
one needs to move out.
bits here. Oops.
There. This group needs to move up a little bit. Okay, and then I need to switch to this one. And get rid of the central line.
Now I can just paint away these bits here.
Resumes. Then I need to go here all the way around. And
So
no, let's go this way. There we go. What is this?
save it
This
again,
is...
and now I can save that.
Yeah, extrude Y to the wall, and same thing on the other side.
So now I've done that bit. Okay. Now it should be very close to done. Yeah, and it's working its way through here. So it was the that was the only problem. What it was like I foresaw, there was the shadow map, but there's only one shadow map, so it doesn't take that long.
Nope. This junk right here needs to move in just a little more. There. Less of a protrusion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I need to do this. Everybody else is good?
Yeah, I'm sorry guys, this is kind of not that much fun to see this, but it's...
I'm focusing on my work, sorry guys.
Yep, we'll see here. So, yep.
I'll save. Trying to make it as clean of a mesh as I can, and not make a mess out of it as I do it. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy when you start working on it. When you try to simplify meshes, if you don't do it right in the first place, which I did not do.
Yeah.
I always do this to myself. And then you go, well, I'm going to dissolve this edge and dissolve this one temporarily until I get the rest of it joined together, and then I'll go back and put them in once I start splitting the mesh up again for texturing. But like I said, the house was very, very plain. It was not super fancy because it was a farmhouse.
Yeah.
Very, very normal.
It's good. Now we're down to the ones that take devices that takes a few seconds each. From only a few tenths of a second to maybe 20 seconds or so. Depth should... Yeah, that was okay. It was not that too bad. 8 seconds, so yeah.
You worry too much, Anna.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here because I don't want to sit here and sometimes I'm sitting and then 3 hours later I'm looking and then it says error or something in there and it's like, why the heck didn't I see that? So as long as I'm staring at it, it works. Stop staring at it, it pops up one of these like, do you want to override it or whatever, and it sits and do nothing. while and waiting for it. But if you look at it, it will not pop up, no problems, so to speak. It's just it's just Murphy's law. Yeah.
Yep.
As soon as you stop doing something else, it will just. It's like you cooking something. As soon as you do something else, it will boil over in 1 second. But if you stare at the pot, it will work perfectly. Yeah.
Oh, they always say a watch pot never boils, and that's true.
And this is the same phenomena, I think, when it comes to this. There's no errors if I look at it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
I gotta go back.
I'm normally not superstitious, but when it comes like with stuff like this, I'm very superstitious. Yeah.
Greyhawk Mike, hello.
Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I'm rendering stuff, so getting stuff ready for GaryCon, and I've also been working on a lot of cool heraldry, Kas, the Windukes of Akka, and a bunch of other stuff. So there's cool heraldry coming. So yep, it will be. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, so there will be yeah. So I have a bunch of cool heraldry. Because I did Vecna before, now I've done Kas and stuff. So yeah. Oh, good. Then you can just enjoy, pick up games, go to seminars and stuff like that. Well, you have things this year because we have a Legends and Lore live. So yep. We need to prep for that one too, so we have something to say. Well, your presence is highly valued, so yeah.
She's just teasing, yeah.
Yep.
See, I could say that. I'm not a member of the Greyhawk elite.
You
yet.
Semi-elite at least.
I'm
yep.
yet, we'll say.
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of, oh god, there's like an ungodly amount of still of these, but they should be fairly not elite. Yeah, and Boogers, welcome. Yeah.
Boogers, how are ya?
Okay, so preparing the expanders can be a little bit tricky, but once it's prepped, it should go fairly quickly. So yeah, oh good,
good
to
perfect.
hear. Yeah. Come on, I'm not going to jinx it now. I'm going to
full function stem.
Okay, robotics.
Nice.
That sounds fun.
Nice. That would be fun to get into.
Yeah.
I'd be like, ooh. Merge last. Right. Yep. That's the one I wanted.
Okay. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, the other one here, we made progress. That one that was 82% is now 100%, and now that one is 82.1. So there's 0.1% because they get stuck at that one. Or it might be that the memory runs out at roughly at that point, but it's building the last two here. So this one, it's taken 9 hours, so it's probably done in about an hour or so. Yeah, that's good because then I can, before I go to bed, I can start that one. No, I don't think at least not the Flanese calendar doesn't have leap years because they have the festivals and stuff. So no, I don't think there's leap year. And if you have a leap year every century or so, that would be kind of cool. Exactly, they made it perfectly. So there's no, or they can't count and they don't have enough astronomy skills to see that Celestian hasn't informed them that there is a little error in the calendar every now and then. So yep. Might it be that too? Yep. Yeah, that's the leap day today. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Exactly, that will be a scandal. Yep. Celestia might be deposed and track of things properly. Foltus would never forgive that. Foltus will be so uproar that it will be the end of Foltus, or he will make a revolution and say that no other god should be but me because I need to set this right or something. So, yep. Yep. Yeah, Foltus have made sure that there's no leap years needed. So yeah, you can't have cock-ups like that. It needs to work properly.
Buoy with Foltus.
Yep.
Bases.
I'm actually setting up a texture render template, rendering final textures on several areas, and so I'm doing I've set up the template. Now I'm doing the first render, and if this works properly, I can take the other areas and render them, because I want to have several areas that looks. I want to have some really cool stuff to show at GaryCon. So this template is the second. There's 5 stages. This is stage 4, and I want to make the template, and then I need to have the result from this one, so I can set up for stage 5 in rendering. That's civilization trees and stuff. So that means that, so I'm going to do that tomorrow. Will be stage 5 and set up the template for that. And then when I have the templates, I can start applying the template to more and more areas and have some really cool stuff to show. So that's the goal. So I need to do this now, because I only have 2 weeks to work on this. So in order to have a couple of areas to show, because I can't say that I know how to do it, because I need to have done it first in order to make sure it works, so I can work out the kinks and say that I've actually worked out the kinks. So yeah, exactly, on the 6 days rest. Yep. I don't think there will be much rest. There will be a little bit of hiking or walking the dog around the neighborhood, and the occasional flight simming. That's about it the last 2 weeks. And apart from that, I will be working every waking hour for the next 2 weeks. Yep. And I look like I will be going to Game Hall Con too this year. So yep, I got invited to be a guest there too. So yeah, I think so. The if you go if you use the old cosmology from first and second edition, and even third edition, then it definitely had. And third edition, Greyhawk was the official setting for 3.0, and then you got exactly, a lot of Wisconsin in 1 year, so twice in 1 year. Yep. It definitely has a multiverse in the sense that you have the inner planes, you have the ethereal plane, the astral plane, all the outer planes, demi planes, and stuff. So in that sense, there's a whole bunch of them. So, but which cosmology and how you use it, there's different ones. You can go with I have a slightly tweaked one with the Feywild and so I have that, but it's basically the big wheel cosmology with the Feywild and the Shadowfell and stuff. And then you have the Outlands and stuff and Sigil from Planescape. If you want to, you can put that in there too. Or there's many other versions you can pick, but that's kind of little bit, so to speak. I like Sigil, so I have that in, but I've tweaked it slightly. I don't have the same factions maybe or something, but I haven't been to Sigil in 30 since it came out. I haven't adventured there, but I want to keep it and have it there. But what I will do with it if I ever go back, that we'll see. I'm so busy. We haven't even left the cradles of Shieldlands yet, so that's taken like 5 years. So my campaigns, they move slowly forward, glacially forward, and go there. So that's the thing. So it takes a long time. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, the multiverse is something where you can really go off the rails and do cool stuff your way, so to speak.
Wrong one. Okay, that's matched. That's matched.
That's cool questions, Boogers. That's a pain. You need to start thinking about how your world functions, so to speak, and what stuff. Where do the gods live, and the demons, and various other weird creatures and ghosts or whatnot. So it's part of D&D physics as I see it. So yeah, it's like I posted the rules on conjuration, summoning, and my take on conjuration, summoning, and calling on my Patreon blog today. So it's my idea of what the difference are. So I realize now that when summoning works and conjuration and, well, all the conjuration stuff, then I realized that there's no conjuration spells in my 5e setup, so I need to create them. All the conjurations are actually summonings, so I renamed them summonings. So and then I need to invent new conjuration spells as well. And there's some calling spells that are like Find Familiar, for instance, is a calling spell. Yeah, But it depends, because you might not want to. If you want to simplify it, there's no real difference in 5e. There's no real difference between conjuration and summoning. But I have there for me, I have a difference, so to speak. So yeah. Oh, BB Found, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Yep. Yep. Exactly. End up in different ones. Yeah, and you can also have different primary element things if you take like a time spell and stuff. So you might have might have a multiverse where you have. I haven't done that, and I'm still never. I still don't know how I want to deal with that part, so I've stayed away from it. But that's something you can definitely do. Meaning, there's a Greyhawk precedent. You have Yarthworth, and they're named differently and stuff. So you have different prime realities side by side, so to speak. That's one way of doing it. So yeah. Real and reading real physics. The physicists start talking about multiverse now and stuff. So I think that's so cool. So I'm kind of really don't know what to do with my fantasy yet. Hmm. Exactly, different timelines and stuff. So there's interesting possibilities, and I definitely want to do something with it, but I haven't put down my foot yet and made up my mind how I want to deal with it. So yeah. Yep. Well, yeah, you can have an opposite and like an like antimatters. You can have like the alignments, whatever, are so things are. It's like these. That's where the nilbogs come from. That when you heal them, they take damage, and when you try to damage them, they healed. They healing. They might come from there. So yeah, the nilbogs. Yep. So you're sitting and cleaning up the geometry from on the walls and stuff. Yep.
Just trying to make sure my mesh is as clean as it can be.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's kind of.
Making sure I don't have any major messes that when I start texturing is gonna cause me all kinds of problems.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to put some of these splits in anyway as I work, because
Yep.
the windows and stuff are all gonna have splits.
There's an awful lot here, but these are all things that should take seconds and stuff. So it should be done. Now it's done in 1 hour and 2 minutes. So it's probably down to 15 minutes more, is my guess. Something around there. And it's good to know how long it will take, so to speak. So, yep. Oh, cute little things people put in there in Twitch chat. So, yep.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, ick. This is a mess. Okay, so I gotta grab all of this, all that, that.
And the other one is almost done. It's 73.9% on the last tile. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's do this first. Make sure they're all the same depth, and then pull it back just a little bit. Save and edge. Actually, let's get rid of this face first. And these internal faces too.
I have so many blurs in my setup, which is kind of funny because I don't like pixel soups. But in World Machine, there's a lot of little blurs that are needed in order to. Otherwise, you get too sharp. So it's kind.
Okay, that works. This
Hello, Lee, Savage Baron. That's awesome. Yeah.
Hello, Savage. How are you doing?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for all the hard work you're doing on all the Garrycon stuff. I need to, that's my tomorrow morning. I'm going to see if I can wrap up the stuff that I have left to do there. I wanted to set these running because that way I can set my computers to render overnight as well. Because I want to texture, put texture on the White Plume Mountain. I definitely want, that's why I want this template, so I can use the template and go in and texturize White Plume Mountain. That's the, damn, I so want that. Yep. I want those lava textures and stuff in there, so yeah. I'm going to spend a couple of days on work for Gary for the convention itself and stuff to do before then, so. And a whole bunch of, I need to update a bunch of slides too, but it's time to start digging into them now, so yeah. Okay, at least we're making advances here, so yeah, it's going down the list. Start seeing the end. And we're probably done. Because it's all these kind of basic stuff that takes maybe up to 20 seconds each, so. Kill off software that I don't need to run. Vecna Chaos Heraldry, so it's coming for Gary Con. Yep. Yes, my goal is to have these 16K tiles, all of them around White Plume Mountain, and put them together in Blender and render them in isometric in Blender, and then see what that looks like done, so to speak. That will be so cool if I can get that done. At least, right, I need to get it, but at least I can have a good proof of concept, so that way I can go in and touch it up afterwards. But it's so cool to be at the stage when I can now starting to get the sense what it will look like. And I'm like, yes, it's getting close.
Split there.
Ah, you okay? So you put them all together in the corner there.
Yep. Joining all my walls.
Mm-hmm.
I'm committing, which I normally don't do until the very end, but I'm committing to
Oh,
this.
so it becomes like one object, the thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it becomes one full object.
Yeah, merging it together. Yeah.
I'm going to have to do a little tweaking of the locations of some of these, but that's all right.
Well, no house is perfect, so. It's like in the beginning, all your stuff was perfect, and then I said it should be not be messy, and then you started making them messy, and then I was like,
and you're
oh,
like, Wait
Yeah.
a minute. That's not too perfect. That's not perfect enough. It's like,
Yeah.
make up your mind.
Yeah, I remember when that was funny when I came from the other direction. That was not good.
Yep.
Yep,
3 years changed your opinion on it.
exactly. That was so funny. That,
Yep.
yep, not for you, but
It
oh
was like,
yeah.
first you tell me to be messy, then you
Yeah.
tell me to be nice.
Yep, that
Make
was
up
funny.
your mind.
Yep.
Oh, let's
And I
see.
said it, and then I realized afterwards that I kind of, oh, this is
I
not
was like,
good.
oh, I faux pod.
Yep.
Oh, it's all right.
Okay, now we will
And
10
no,
minutes. We're
alt
halfway
and
done
flip.
down the list here. So yeah.
All right. Get all this stuff cleaned up. Commit to where my
So
walls are
many
gonna
devices. I
be.
can't even imagine that my spaghetti have this many devices. There's like hundreds of them in here.
Okay.
Yep. So then I'll open this file in the same file in World Machine 4 and render it and see if there is because that one might be faster
Do
than this. So
this
yeah,
to
the tiles have been stuck at 82.1% for quite a bit, so for half an hour or something. So, but it's the last one there, so it's getting somewhere. But I'm so glad I have two computers that I can actually render on.
needs to be there.
It keeps me nice
Sorry,
and
guys. I have a
toasty in here too.
very itchy ear because I've been. I don't like that.
Yeah, gets me nice and toasty in here. I even have the door open to the living room in the winter, which normally I kind of close it to keep the heat up. But now I run two computers, full blast here. Let's see what the temperature is. 39 degrees on this machine after been rendering for over an hour. That's good. So the cooling works. It doesn't get overheated. So that means that I have a little bit of room because in this to speak on the CPU because it might be and that's 39 degrees, that's Celsius. So 39 40, that's about 80 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 80 82. So so I need to have a little bit of space to go upwards because when it might be this warm 39 degrees Celsius in here, the computers, but I might move my old secondary computer out in the living room so I can get that heat over there rather than in here because I'm remoting into it anyway, so it doesn't matter where it is as long as I can remote into it. So that might be a thing, we'll see. Yeah. It's heavy though. It's really heavy to move it. So I'm glad if I can just have it sitting there. So, and I'm glad I bought a beefy UPS because now I have the same. I run two computers on the same UPS, and my monitors and stuff, and it still can handle it. I get my electricity is smoothed out and it doesn't get any fluctuations and stuff. So magic of the Meyerhawk. That's kind of cool. It's yeah, we'll see. I'm um, I will. I'm making bits and pieces of stuff. So eventually I'm putting it together. So I'm writing snippets and then I put snippets out there and I will test them. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I had the different magic, yeah, strains and schools and all of that. I have revised it. I've actually given healing magic and stuff is the opposite to necromancy, clemency. So yeah. You go to annabmeyer.com, no problem. Yep. So you go to my website to annabmeyer.com. Hang on a second. Let me get the address.
Hmm.
That's the for stuff that are published and available in that I've done. So you can go there, and there is various sections where you can download stuff. And if you want to have the latest stuff that I haven't gotten to my website yet, you second. And there you can find the latest stuff and so on if you become a patron. Exactly. It's tough. My That's what I want to do with GIS. So in GIS I can make printer friendly versions that are sized for different types of prints. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm so glad you asked. Yeah. And all the posts that I post to my Patreon are showing up replicated to my website. And some of them are the very latest ones might be that it's only for patrons, but almost all of my Patreon stuff becomes available to everybody after a little while. There might be some posts that are for patrons only, but almost all of it, all of my maps and all of the end results, so to speak, all the maps and stuff, that stuff becomes available after I've done the final version and so on. I upload it, so it's all available on the website. Even the source files are available on my website. So but there might be some templates and stuff like that that are only for patrons. Yeah. Yep, Troy. Yeah. Lee asks if Troy he reached out to you for the badges and stuff.
Yep. Not sure if I'm going to be able to go though. Finances are fairly tight right now,
Yeah.
thanks to rent going up and all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm going to do my best, but it's not looking good at this point,
Yeah.
even though he gave me the tickets. So
That's understandable. Yeah. Okay, now we are stretch 1 hour and 17 minutes, so it might be an hour and 25. And we've done 2:13, so I'm going to let this render go to the end, and then I think it's time to end this. So yeah. And I've also decided to upgrade my symbols again a little bit, some of the symbols, because I want to put some of the a bit.
yeah, I haven't decided 100% yet. It all depends on if I can get
Yeah,
my
we'll see.
freelance stuff straightened out.
Yeah.
As Fantasy Grounds is updating and they're making a mess out of their program, so it's making my freelance stuff a royal nightmare to work with.
Yeah.
So
That's unfortunate that we live in a world where updates like that can often screw things up, but it happens all over and over again. Yeah.
It does, and it's all expected stuff. I mean, I knew it was coming. It's just that I didn't expect this major of a change to the things.
Was that so? They have
So,
changed how you have to do things. Certain things. Yeah.
way different now. So
and you have to go back and change a lot of the old stuff too. Then
I will have to,
Yeah.
And of course, money speaks. So Kobold doesn't want to update some of it.
No,
They want to
exactly.
update most of it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, the stuff that hasn't been selling well, they don't want to update.
No,
So.
exactly. I can understand that. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But Fantasy Grounds, they've been fairly good so far with backwards compatibility. But I guess there must be eventually that.
I don't believe it's being supported. I think
okay.
they're
people can still
allowing
run it, so to speak. To run it. Yeah, but it's not supported.
Right, for the people that didn't buy into Unity.
Yeah.
But everything is going full force towards Unity now.
Oh yeah, that's understandable.
Which is understandable, but it's, like I said,
we'll see what happens with Unity, because they've been in some troubles back and forth too. So
yeah, it's just like a lot of companies, they're getting themselves in trouble by if it's not layoffs taking half the workforce, it's but overall the changes that Fantasy Grounds is making is good, very good. But it's just I have to learn how to do their version of it now, one thing, and then I have to figure out how to upgrade the old stuff to the new style.
Yep.
And the conversions between the old stuff to the new stuff just doesn't compute. It's, I'm having problems now where I've updated an old module to Unity and all the tokens are gone. No matter what I do, the tokens do not stay with it, and I just don't know what is going on. Grounds. Waiting on an email back from Doug, the CEO of Fantasy Grounds, to see if they can help me figure out what is going on with it.
Okay.
Why it's not updating like it should. because I looked at the XML file and even stuff I deleted completely from the module is still showing in there. It's like,
Can it be
what the
cached somewhere or
hell?
something?
I'm thinking it was at one time,
Yeah.
so I don't know for sure, but get a paycheck on the way before
Mm-hmm.
Gary Con would be really nice.
Yeah.
Not desperate, but it would save me putting stuff on my credit card.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, now we're close to the end here, so yeah.
but I do have a project in the works for Legendary.
Oh,
So,
cool. Great,
yep,
great. Good to hear.
another monster manual.
Yeah.
This one's all about robots and stuff. It's kind
Mm-hmm.
of cool.
Oh, ah.
So I'm kind
Okay.
of excited about that because I was looking at doing a Alien
Mm-hmm.
RPG one of these days. If I
Yeah.
can get the local people to say, yes, I want to play Alien. They're all wrapped up in fantasy.
Yeah.
So that, and I'm waiting for it to warm up because we play in garages and
Ah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's
Winter is not
freaking
that much
cold.
fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Exactly. You want to.
my aging body can't take the cold
No,
anymore like
I've
that.
never been able. I'll suffer through it. I've been able, but now I'm no. I promised myself to not be cold anymore. So
Yep.
I have to.
And
When I go to Wisconsin in winter, I have to make an exception. But that's about it. So yeah. So
yeah, for
oh
last
yes,
weekend,
it's done. I just wait for it to save
I
out the
was
files. Yep.
going to go to the game on
Mhm.
last Saturday, but then I was in a really bad mood because I was fighting with Fantasy Grounds all day.
Yep.
And I just said, no, I don't want to torture anybody. So I just said,
Mhm.
nah, I'm good.
Yep. And now
And they
comes.
had a TPK.
Uh oh. Yep.
I don't think my little character would have made a difference because
Yep.
it's just, stuff happens.
Mhm. And now comes the very when you I thought everything was just crashed because it just sat here and nothing happens and whatever. This is the time you should not click on anything. No happy clicking because what it's doing now it's saving out all the files to the hard drive that is rendered. And since I'm saving that not on the fast scratch drive, I'm saving it to a hard drive. That means and it's like 25 gigabytes or something. So it takes 2-3 minutes to save it. And I've learned the hard way that don't touch it, just let it sit there and it will get done. So yeah.
When you bring things like Evil Dead and Marvel into it, be careful because they're like
Hmm.
totally overpowered if you do a straight conversion.
Okay.
Somebody tried to do
Yeah.
Space Marines into a D&D campaign and they just totally destroyed everything. Um,
Have
Magic
a
the Gathering is something I have not dealt with. I have not
no,
worked
but
with it
they
at
are
all.
since I'm both made of West Coast, they're going to have a lot of crossover products. So there will be probably
Surprisingly, there's not.
not
It's
that
not
many,
that
but
much,
they've been talking about it often to put the Forgotten Realms into Magic or put Magic the Gathering game setting into D&D and so on and so forth. So
they are starting to, but
yeah, we'll
it's
see.
not as
Yeah,
much as I thought it would be.
exactly,
So,
and yeah. They talked about
but
it for years now, but it hasn't happened yet much.
sadly, I'm kind of burned out on fantasy. I want to try
Yeah.
something different.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, scale Y, 0, straighten that.
Okay,
So,
so I'm just gonna sit here and not do no
okay.
happy clacking, clicking
Happy
because
clacking?
yeah, happy
No
clacking.
happy clacking.
Yep, yep.
Marvel sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And Alien sounds fun. Anything other than fantasy for the moment would be great fun for
So
me.
the
I'm just,
realms are in the Magic. Okay, cool. Yep.
yep, yep. They were released in this last expansion, I think, for it.
Uh huh.
Actually, I think they've been in there a long time, the Forgotten Realms have.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they haven't focused on it much because they've done all the alternate reality stuff.
Yeah. And
Only thing I know about it is from pulling cards to send to the card traders when I worked at the game shop. It's the only thing I know about it.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Come on,
never got into
please
playing it.
work, please.
Just needs time.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying with my just keep the token.
Uh oh. Yeah, I think we lost you for a second there. We'll see. Yep. first internet glitch.
Yep.
Yep, now it's back again. Yep, now you're back again. So that was
All
the first,
right.
but it much better than it has been. That was the first one in over 2 hours.
Argue
But
with
yeah,
Nipco and tell them it's not working as well as they think it is.
yeah. But after
So,
one little hiccup in 2 hours is not bad.
no.
That's not terrible. It was before it was like every 10 minutes. That was a little bit. That was not so good.
No,
Now
it's
it's
still
much
annoying
better.
though.
Oh yeah, it's
But
annoying when it happens, but it happens for me usually around 6 o'clock. So about now.
so
So yeah.
I'm just gonna just say either you do that or I'm changing to a different provider. Get it figured
Hmm.
out.
Yeah. I'm going to.
I've been with them 7.5 years now, and there should be some kind of, you know,
And
sway in
yeah,
some of it.
and here are the files coming. So it's being they are being written as we speak here. So yeah, one,
Let's
two,
see.
and
That's
yeah.
there. That's there. Goes around to there. Oh. This one, this one.
So it is.
Okay,
It
I
is
need to
working.
do
That's good. So yeah.
this chunk. Come on. Give me that
So
chunk
we have
right
all the
there.
masks and a bunch of stuff here. So
And this chunk.
now it's working on the that would come bogs, and then we should have sand, swamp.
And this one's going to be a little narrow.
Yep. This is the test run, so I'll see that everything works. And the the good thing is I should have one world machine file for each area, because that way I don't have to reset it more than once. When I create the file, I set it up, and then I can just update it and render it out again without having to worry about things ending up in the wrong spot. Because if it ends up in the wrong spot, you might overwrite another file, and that happened to me, and that's a nightmare, because then you lose the old data you want, and it can be tricky. So. And the reason this takes much longer to do is because it's working towards hard drives and not fast SSDs. Because I need to, there's so many files, there's no alternative. I have to have big hard drives for this. And each of these files are 16,000 pixels across. But most of them only 8 bits. Some of the elevation are 32-bit. In the beginning I was doing 16 bits graphics, then I realized that's just a waste of it's 8 is good enough. Yeah, here comes water texture, and there we go. Waiting for the the coolest textures are the composite textures, where I put things together, because they are the ones that I can use. But I put the individual textures separate too, because that way I can use them to. I need to work on my farmland texture better. That's but I don't have the time to do that before GaryCon, so I have to skip that until afterwards. That's one of the I need to set up a proper formula for doing the farmland textures. In principle, I just need to do the final tweakings, because I want to have the masks for trees. Right, trees end up between fields and not on fields, and then there should be some orchards and stuff like that with trees in neat rows and stuff. So that's what I'm programming that, setting it up. And that's a lot of work, but most of the work is done. But that will need some final tweaking, and I need to put that into a template here, so it's it's attached to all the other stuff, and the data is piped into it, and then the right data is pumped out, or piped out from that. So okay, we're done. I think. Yep, we're done. Awesome. we are done. It took an hour and a half. So yep. Now I need to save this, and yes, it is done. So we have the file. So now I'm going to look at, just take a peek at the details here to see what the,
See it.
this is gorgeous.
There.
But it's too gray. I need to tweak the colors, but that's, I can do that in Photoshop too. I will tweak it eventually in World Machine 2. But this is good. So when I combine this with the shading on top and a little bit of Photoshop rendering, but I'm very happy. The water texture here is, look, these little details. You have little creeks coming in and stuff like this. That saves me so much work if most of these things are actually done like here. You have, there's like little sand bars and banks in there and stuff. So yep, it's little neat details like that that saves your work. There's still, I need to blend things a bit here and so on, but the most of the stuff is actually done. I need to look at a little bit in. So this is a test run, but here I'm very happy how this, because I have masks, so I can add another blue layer if I want to have less of this. But so with the masks and this, but it's weird that I get the I need to get, but I have other textures. So if you look into this, I have other textures in the same texture, so I can blend this in using the masks, and that way I can create the final look. And this, I'm really happy. There's a little bit of, there's some remnants of old stuff here, but I can paint over those ugly bits. That's not much to. Here is another one. This one needs tweaking. I've used that for a while, but this is too repetitious. So let's see here. This one is kind of good, but it's also, I can't use it by itself because it's kind of, it's starting to look repetitive. So I need to tweak that a little bit better. This one, so this is my final tweak. This one looks very good in small areas, so I will use that to blend in on stuff. But if you look at it from this angle, it doesn't look good. So it needs some tweaking here and there. So yeah. This is the one that is the gray one that I need to tweak. That is, yeah, it's way too gray. So I need to. Somewhere in the piping, but it's, I can tweak this and show off at it's proof of concept, so that was what I was after. So it works, and here, yeah, it works. Yep, good. Okay, so are we going to do this tomorrow again as
I
usual?
think so.
Good.
I think so.
Awesome. Good. Yep. Then I'll do some Photoshop tomorrow. So we'll be painting civilization trees, painting buildings and roads and stuff tomorrow.
And I hope I can get Fantasy Ground straightened out so I can focus on Unreal Engine for a change and getting that figured out.
That will be
because I don't know what's going on there either, because I cleaned up the one error. It was a simple camera error, and the other one is now it's not rendering a bunch of stuff. So I got to figure that one out.
Okay. Yep.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to restart Hamlet, and I probably won't do that, sad to say.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of work to try and figure out. And I get irritated, and then I just rage quit, so to speak. So.
Yep.
Well, I'm in a better frame of mind, that is.
Yep. Okay, so thank you everybody watching, and we will be back 6 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, as usual on Friday nights. We do our Friday streaming, and then there will be a Gabin on Sunday, I think. But we'll see if I can get the details on that, because Jay and me, we will have a morning meeting, so we can we'll check. So I might have more details on that, so to speak. So thank you everybody who's been here for the support that makes it possible for me to do this stuff, and there will be some really cool stuff coming out of this. So yeah, I haven't. There's a bunch of stuff I haven't shown here that I worked on too. So there is more stuff coming. So yeah. Okay. So have a wonderful evening and night and stuff. Then I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye, guys.